If you haven't heard of the Horizon scandal involving the post office here in the UK, then please look into it, as it is currently one of the biggest miscarriage of justice in this country's history. So in a nutshell, the post office used a computer program called the Horizon accounting system, and this was designed to sort out social security benefits. Now, interestingly, the Department of Social Security rejected this system, but the government went ahead anyway and used it in the post office. Now, the Horizon system was imperfect, and it was very problematic as well. It was so problematic and got things so wrong that hundreds of postmasters working in the post office were wrongly prosecuted privately and publicly for theft, false accounting and fraud. Now, because of what happened and what transpired afterwards, because the system was faulty, many of these postmasters have had their convictions quashed, overturned and thrown out of court. However, some of them, they committed suicide over this, and some of them spent years in jail, but none of them have got any compensation whatsoever. Now, this was all highlighted in a TV drama recently, and because of this, there is now a police investigation into the post office and the people who knew that the Horizon system had problems but didn't disclose it. You see, during prosecutions, the post office failed to disclose known Horizon problems to defendants and courts. And the people who ran the post office through that time period, they've done really well for themselves. Ed Davey, for example, leader of the Lib Dems. Now, Ed Davey was the Postal Affairs Minister during this period, and he was approached by one of the people wrongly prosecuted, and he refused to see him. And his excuse for this was he was misled. So, Ed Davey's got to go. A massive injustice happened under his watch, so how the hell can he be trusted to lead a major political party? And then there's Paula Vennells. Now, she was the CEO of the post office when this happened, and it's suspected she knew very well that the Horizon accounting system had problems. But they pushed for prosecutions anyway. And thanks to the TV drama, the petition to have her CBE, Commander of the British Empire, taken away from her, has reached so far 700,000 signatures. Now, Paula Vennells has absolutely no scruples whatsoever, a woman described by many as having no morals. So, of course, someone like that is never going to give back their CBE. It has to be ripped from her. So hopefully the honours system in this country are watching and they'll do the right thing. Now, despite hundreds of these people being wrongly and unjustly prosecuted, fined, chased for hundreds of thousands of pounds, which they didn't steal, and some of them who tragically took their own lives due to the stress, there have been no prosecutions against the post office and the people in charge of the Horizon accounting system and people who knew. Because in my opinion, anyone who gave evidence that the Horizon system was working when they knew it wasn't is guilty of perjury. And anybody who covered it all up perverted the course of justice. These people need to be locked away for a long, long time. You don't get to ruin lives and get away with it when you knew full well that it's the fault of the system you employed rather than the employers at the other end. Now, if you haven't seen the TV drama, then please do. It's an eye-opener. I've watched it, but I knew the story beforehand anyway because it was public knowledge. And it's really shocking, and I'd say it's quite upsetting as well. And as for the petition to get Paula Vennells stripped of a CBE, please sign it. And as for Ed Davey, then if you're on X, let him know what you think. These people were at the head of a company that ruined lives, and there must be prosecutions and justice coming, and copious amounts of compensation as well. And there we go. I'm Paz49. Thanks for listening, and until the next time, Roger Trout.